Hi there, welcome to today's pick a card reading. So if you have been asking the universe, putting out prayers and intentions for something, but feel like maybe the universe isn't responding, this reading is to help you to see what it is that you're missing. What answers is the universe giving you that you haven't been seeing? So go ahead and pick from pile number 1, pile number 2, number 3, or number 4. Take a few moments. If you need to pause the video, take a few deep breaths and choose whichever deck that you're drawn to. And don't worry about making a wrong decision. There are no wrong decisions. And remember, this is just a pick a card reading, so your own free will is what's going to make your choices in life, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So go ahead, take your time and choose which deck you feel the most drawn to. And let's get started. Pile number 1. So pile number 1. Up from the depths, releasing difficulty. So this card talks about you coming out of a bad situation and trying to figure out, what to do next, and thinking about, why has this happened and that sort of thing. And it's telling you to just release that from the past, and you're going to be moving forward, because we've got this card here, the Badger. The Badger is about perseverance and digging in and seeing something through to completion. The Spirit Whisperer card also talks about the guidance, helping to tell you that it's inspiring you to keep moving forward, right? So just like the Badger, digging in and seeing things through to completion, this is about keeping moving forward. And the Spirit Whisperer, helps to guide you to fulfill your highest purpose. And when this card appears, it's a sign of inspired ideas that, again, when you put in continual action, it leads to success. It's a card of a good omen. So it does talk about continuing and making the commitment to keep moving forward. So if you have a question like, should I keep going? Should I keep doing this? Because I've been in such a bad place. And, the Badger says, yep, dig in and see it through and persevere. And so does the Spirit Whisperer card. Interestingly enough, it's both the same message. And the Up from the Depths card, it's about, here's this shining light coming through. You're coming out of these difficulties and frustrations, really maybe very difficult situations, and it's continued and you're not sure what to do, but the universe, creator, has been telling you, or your guides, whatever you believe in, whatever you've been putting out there and asking the question about, this is telling you that yes, this is, you're coming out of this time, and that a bright new beginning is near, is the quote from the card. So whatever the source of sadness or frustration, just know that, this light is shining down and healing the situation. So, when you're looking for signs, you could be sitting by a window and, it could be a cloudy day, and all of a sudden just the sun shines through the window and the rays land right on you. And that's, those things are signs as well, to let you know that that you're being heard, and that things will get better if you just go ahead and follow your intuition and keep persevering and digging in and seeing it through to completion. So again, these numbers on these cards, 3 and 6. So for you, you're going to look for 3s and 6s, or maybe 36, 63, whichever. Those numbers are also going to be the signs for you to help you know that you are on the right path, and the universe is hearing you and showing you the way. Pile number 1, that is your reading. And now moving on to pile number 2. So pile number 2. What are the signs that the universe has been giving you that you've been missing? So what have you been asking about? Well, you know what? This one kind of looks like it's about love or romance, but it could also be about career, job situation, life situation. So when we're looking at this card and this card are in reverse, And then we have the Otter card, which is about surrendering and letting go of control. So let's first of all go to the Connection card, which was in reverse. So this card basically talks about, in reverse, it means, a severing of a connection. So it's about, potential dismantling of a personal relationship or a job. So it could be, anything from something minor to something more significant, like a lost job or a potential divorce or something like that. So it's about something that, not going in the direction that you had hoped, right? So it's definitely, this card here is about surrendering and letting go of control. So this is a situation that, you can't keep holding on to it and controlling it. Most times people want to control a situation out of fear, like past experiences or something else they've seen other people going through. But you can't control everything. So you just have to kind of surrender and let things unfold for your higher good, no doubt, right? So the Lady of the Mirror, also in reverse. This is about reflection and non-judgment. So it's about kind of looking at things and not judging the way that they're unfolding. Like, you don't have to say, well, because this is ending, this is a terrible thing. It shouldn't have went down this way. It's telling you to let go of that idea as well. And it's about also, the Lady of the Mirror talks about looking at things from a perspective of, where do you find yourself in life? Your relationships, your opportunities, your desires, things that, might feel like a failure or a success, that sort of thing. And look at how you've responded to these challenges, and just be aware of what's familiar in the present. So can also, sometimes you're going to run into people that become a mirror for you. So sometimes I find myself giving advice to other people through the cards, or just generally with friends, that sort of thing. And what I hear myself saying to them is a message that I needed to hear for myself. So sometimes when we talk to other people, they become a mirror for us and a reflection of what we need to see. So the signs that are being given to us that we're not seeing, so much easier when we're looking at it through someone else and their situation. So it's definitely talking about, letting go of whatever this connection is, that's, as they say, not serving you, and kind of look at it through the eyes of someone else. So, what advice would you give to the other person if they were going through this situation? If it's a relationship and the other person isn't treating you well, but you keep trying, if that was your friend, what advice would you give to your friend? So the universe is putting things in front of you, your guides, creator, is putting things in front of you and people in front of you to show you, a mirror to you, what it is that you need to know. So you've been asking what to do. Maybe you're asking about a relationship or a job, and the universe is saying, hey, you know what? It's time to just let things go, let go of control, just see things for what they are, and know that, maybe that's not the best thing for you at the time, and to just let go of it. So that is the message. And then we've got the number 29 and the number 44. So those are numbers that could be important, that could show up to help you to know that you're on the path and to help give you a sign. So that is the message for pile number 2. And now it's time for pile number 3. So we picked pile number 3. Here we go. So now we've got 2 reverse cards again. Look at that. Ooh, okay. Can't make this stuff up. Now when I pull these cards, I just pull them randomly. I have a question in mind when I lay them out. These cards, pile number 3, like your message is a strong one. So let's look first of all at the River Queen, because the River Queen is about, River Queen is about rough waters. So it's kind of like, you might be going against the tide here, kind of thing. And it's talking about, being fearless and just going with the current, and how that can be an adventure. But also the thing that you're asking about is not the best direction for you to go in. So, you know, you're going to get through it, but it's, there's something that's, so this one here, the turtle, retreat, stop trying to make something happen. So the turtle card is about, being time to back off, not the best time to move forward. So, and it's talking about patience. And it says basically, how a turtle pops its head in and out of the shell. And, you can stick your neck out a little bit of the shell, see if it's time to come out, make some more progress towards the thing you're asking about and your goal. But it's talking about, basically that a retreat is not a defeat, is how their little quote that they have with this card. So it says, stop trying to make something happen. The time isn't right here. Time isn't right, pile number 3, because the achievement card was also in reverse. And the achievement card, now that one, it also talks about a shift, right? And it talks about some coming frustration, again, those rough waters, right? If you don't pay heed to the messages that the universe is trying to give you, my goodness. So it signifies some sort of, frustration and delay of plans, or a significant detour, as the book says. And in this position, the card is telling you to pull back again, just like the turtle popping its head back in the shell for now, right? So it's time to pull back and, reevaluate the course that you're on, through those waters. And you might have to adjust your plans or shift your direction, or maybe take an entirely different path of action. So when you do this, when you make this shift, when you take the time, when you choose not to go forward too quickly, it's going to create a very, very positive outcome. So as the book says, your former frustration will turn into celebration. So those are 2 little quotes to remember for you, pile number 3. Right? Retreat does not mean defeat, right? Retreat does not mean defeat. And your former frustration will turn into celebration. So, because these cards are in reverse. So you got to change the path. The waters that you're in right now are not, the direction you're going is not the best direction. So you got to pop back in, stop trying to make things happen. Don't be in too much of a rush. Time to retreat back into the shell, reevaluate things, shift them, find a different direction, shift your direction a little bit, adjust it, and then you can move forward. So the universe is trying to tell you, nah, you're not quite going in the right direction. It's not quite the right time. You need a little adjustment. Maybe the plan's not a bad plan, but it needs a shift and an adjustment, and the timing is not quite right. That is a strong message for you, pile number 3. All 3 cards had the same kind of a message. And I almost forgot about the numbers. So the pile number 3, your numbers are 16 and 36. So those are numbers that you can keep an eye out for, to help you with your answers, and to know that the universe is genuinely hearing you. So now we can move on to pile number 4. So pile number 4, we have the Web Weaver, we have Wisdom of the Magi in reverse, and we have the Cougar Confidence card. So Web Weaver, first of all, so pile number 4, the Web Weaver card, it's about synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. So what it's telling you is that you've been wondering if the things that you're doing are making a difference. This card is here to tell you, yes, absolutely, that your creations or your things that you're putting out into the world are far-reaching and have positive effects on more people than you know. And so it's talking about, it's also going to help you to find your way to others of like mind and intention, and lets you know that you're not alone in these things that you're doing. And, to let you know that trust that there is a connectivity between all the events and things that are unfolding in your life. That's basically, it says that magic is afoot for you. So that's a beautiful card to have right there. And then, now Wisdom of the Magi, this came up in reverse, but it's about mental clarity. So when we're looking at this card in reverse, it was talking about, you're wondering to the universe, like, should I do this or should I not? Am I making a difference? This card in reverse lets you know that there's some negative mental patterns that are blocking your inspiration and blocking your truth. Telling, don't be rigid and self-critical and judgmental, right? So, and don't be pessimistic, right? And this reminds you that, your predominant thought patterns project your signature resonance out into the world. And if you want to change what you manifest, you have to change your mind. So it talks about, that talks about, letting go of those difficult thoughts because they're limiting your clarity. The answers are there. That's why you're not seeing them, right? So, and it talks about just calling on this energy to clear your mind and to increase your optimism and your self-love. So that is the Wisdom of the Magi card. And then beautifully, the other card that we have with this is the Confidence card, right? Being bold and taking charge, because the web weaver says that, you have an important message to get out into the world, and it does have value, your creations or your message or whatever it is that you're doing, that it does matter and it is helping people. So these self-doubts that you have with the upside down card here, is telling you to let go of those. That's what's blocking your clarity in this. And that's why you're wondering, is what I'm doing making a difference? Should I do it? Am I good enough? Etc. So it's telling you to clear those thoughts and to have the confidence. Be bold and take charge, right? So it's saying that you're called into a role of leadership, right? So, and it's natural for certain fears and considerations to come up, like, will people think you're arrogant or full of yourself, or will people listen to you? Will you be challenged? It's just telling you all those things are possible, but just to get over it and to rise above those things that are in your mind, those fears, and heed the call, kind of thing, right? Because what you do does have value and it is needed. So everything that you've been through, the skills that you've learned, whatever it is, that what you have to offer is needed right now for yourself, your community, your family, or the world even, depending on what it is. So just know that effective leaders are also good listeners. So do listen, but know when to follow, know when to lead, when to move forward, and when to hold still is what it says. But definitely this is telling you that yes, what you're doing has value. Yes, it matters. It makes a difference. What you're doing makes a difference. And, just to let go of those fears and those doubts, because that's what's blocking your clarity. So if you're wondering, should I keep doing what I'm doing? Should I move forward? Am I good enough? The answer is yes. Go for it, because you're meant to be a leader. You have leadership qualities. You just need to have the confidence. And pile number 4, almost forgot again. So numbers number 4, pile number 4, strangely, and number 5. So these are the numbers that you can look for to help guide you, give you a message, give you a confirmation. The numbers 4 and 5. So that pile number 4 is your message. So I hope this helps everyone. And if you are interested in learning how to read oracle cards, putting the different decks together and all of that, I do teach that in my online course. The link will be underneath the YouTube video, as well as the link to my ebook about learning about dreaming intuitively. And so those links I'll put below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as they say, because that will help me out as well. So I do wish everyone a wonderful day. See you next time.